as we move on in the swing, one quick area I want to touch upon at the top part of the swing is you want to sort of feel as you're moving up that brick wall, it's going to sort of feel like you're sticking your thumbs in your ear. With this feel is, again, we're not trying to get narrow here, but we're just getting the club up, and that's what we're wanting to see. When you get this club vertical in this position, it's very light and it's controlled. As we move forward to the transition, it's just like any other sport. If you were to skip a rock on a lake, your body's sort of going forward as your arms are slightly working back. If you were going to throw a punch, your arm is going back as your body's going forward, and that creates the proper stretch in your body, and that's safe. That's what we want. That's what allows this power to be generated from your body. If you're not doing that, you're going to try to generate either from your upper body or from somewhere else, from your arms, and that's where risk and that's where injury is basically bred. So you want to have this slight little shift of your body. So what it's going to look like here is as we get to the top, this position, my weight is just basically planted to my left foot. Remember, my pillar of strength here, which is my body at the top with that 3/4 limited turn, it's basically right on this right side. It then shifts to that left pillar, and the club works down, and the body and the energy is stored in my body. So a great little drill for you to do this at home is to take your setup position and pick your left toe up in the air, just like this. As you swing up to the top, plant that toe, and you can feel how that body and that weight is shifted, and that's where we're looking for. So one view from here, you're going to actually notice that the club is going to come down a little bit steeper than what the traditional model shows. All right, traditional model shows that the club would be back in here and more on a flatter plane. The problem with that is there aren't many golfers that do that. Okay, the other problem is when I study the longest hitters in the game, those guys have the club steeper. It's what we would call a shoulder plane. There are several planes that you can actually swing the club back along, one being the shaft plane, two being the elbow plane, and three being the shoulder plane. We're actually getting this club to be swung a little bit more on the shoulder plane, one, because it's easier, two, because it provides more power. Every long drive hitter you see, and even a lot of the guys on tour, keep the club in front of them, and that's something that they want to do. When the club is in front of you, it can be swung faster. When the club gets back here, your body's going to be doing something to react, and that's going to cause injury. So from this view, when the club gets flatter, your body's going to have to pop out of the shot, create a lot of tension here in the low back. If we can get the club from here in a steep position, shift our weight, the club drops down to this position, and we're ready to go on into impact.